Boys fours action here at the 2025 Nationals. It is Queensland up against South Australia. South Australia's Noah Phillips, Cameron Jamison, Jaden Green and Kobe Jarman up against Cooper Sutton, Levi Rice, Jacob Hoger and Reece Gilman of Queensland. Val Furbo here with you on Rinkside Live. Looking forward to this clash between these two mighty states, and alongside me, as he was before, Connor Munnings. Connor, welcome to you.
Thanks, Val. Good to be here in our first fours game for the Nationals. Had a good singles game, good swings of momentum. Ben Harrison got off to absolute fire before Tim Thorne just brought it back and made it a very tight game.
Yeah, 21-16. And in this new format of the Under-18 competition, all of it is a round robin, which is awesome to see. No finals being played. The first matchup saw the Queenslanders go down to New South Wales 15-10, and the South Australians lost to the Victorians. So both teams in search of their first win, sitting in 5th and 6th out of 7 respectively. So they jump onto the mat. The final of the lead bowls. Noah Phillips sends it down, and jumping on is Levi Rice, son of Nathan.
Nathan's watching on. Yep. He was before.
He's definitely around. He's up the other end of the rink.
Couldn't see over Levi. It's too tall.
Charlie Hicks playing Ben Harrison next door has just played a bomb. That's the boys' singles, and you could hear it. It's very loud. A lot of support for a young man affectionately known as Chizza. We've just found out.
Really?
Yeah. Never heard the nickname before.
So Levi Rice, hailing from Club Helensvale.
Yep. And he's got such a similar frame to his dad, doesn't he? It's insane.
His opponent, Cameron Jamison from the Modbury Bowling Club in South Australia.
We've got Jaden from Kapunda, and then Kobe, the Adelaide Bowling Club, which brings a lot of great names in South Australian bowls. Scott Thorborn bowls out there, Kate Argent-Bowden, Nathan Black, not to mention the great Sandy Wallace.
Yeah.
We do love Sandy. Good afternoon to you if you are listening. Great to have your company. 2-hour time limit, 15 ends. But both of these teams got their matches and ends completed within that 2-hour allotment. Jacob Hoger on the mat. Jacob, we mentioned in the last broadcast, he's actually got a full day of bowls tomorrow, playing 4 sessions, and that is an absolute ripper.
Jaden Green just looking to tuck the jack or promote his own. He's given it a mighty effort. It's great to see all three rinks, or all three greens, should I say, at the Devonport Country Club being used for Under-18. Our future stars, we've seen many bowlers who are now playing into BPL, playing into the Sides Championships, in Australian indoors, all started here. Well, not at Devonport.
Yep. Well, started at this age.
Yes.
Yep. But yeah, Jacob Hoger tomorrow has to play, as I said, a full day of bowls and then has to jump into an exam after he finishes at 8:30. He's got a PE exam. So I said that we'd try and ask him some questions so he can go back and watch it and do some study. So if you do go back, Jacob, what is a fibula? Answer that for us. I don't even know.
Something in the leg?
Quite possibly. It's a Kobe Jarman. It's a very famous South Australian name, that's for sure. Darren Jarman. Absolute superstar for the Adelaide Crows and Hawthorn. Reece Gilman we saw at the Australian or School Sport Australia National Bowls Championships at Pine Rivers earlier this year and played an absolute bomb in that pairs final. Almost got it into an extra end. He looks back and says, "Don't remind me, I didn't think my voice carried that far," but there you go. It was a great bowl. So, on the board to start proceedings are the Queenslanders, or sorry, South Australians. I believe that was just a 1. So 1-0 after 1 to kick things off.
Good starter for Noah Phillips from the Ascot Park Bowling Club. Cooper Sutton leading up for Queensland. He's not the only Cooper Sutton here.
No. The Victorian Cooper Sutton.
Didn't think it was that common a name.
Hailing out of Deer Park, formerly Altona. It's a nice start from Noah Phillips.
Both skips will be looking for good bowls from their front end. It's so important in fours to allow the threes and skips to be able to play shots, create numbers, give themselves chances. You don't want to be always down and looking to save. Generally, anything within a metre is pretty good. See a lot of people always trying to get shots, always trying to get within a centimetre, millimetre. It's not always going to happen. So if you're looking just to get within a metre, every bowl you give your back-end players a lot more chance.
Generally, if you can get them behind as well, always helps in this respot format, and that is quite good from Levi Rice.
I'll give him that. South Australia's still holding, but Queensland have 3 very good seconds here, and it gives Reece Gilman, when he steps up to the mat, a really good chance to sit it out for a big number.
Good, concise call from Reece Gilman, but one just crashing in.
South Australia really need another one in there
Yep.
at the moment.
Queensland surrounding it as Jaden Green jumps in.
I was about to say before that Bolfeld is a really good hole for Queensland to come through with a lot of weight. Sit that out, but it just fall. So I think they're just going to continue playing on that forehand, playing a metre or two over.
Jacob Hoger. What has he got? Well, he's on a pretty nice track. If it starts to turn, just holds up. So, be very different to the greens that they're used to playing on back home. Bit slower than what we get in Queensland. And Jacob from Boyne-Tanham.
Yeah, definitely for the Queenslanders. Be a lot slower. I'm not too sure what the greens are like in South Australia. He's pretty good. It's got a thumbs up.
Noel Phillips just acknowledging us. But no, it's they're generally a lot faster. South Australia can get some pretty hot weather.
The greenkeepers here at Devonport Country Club have done a great job to get these grass greens up and running in early November for Tassie. That's very impressive.
Because October can be quite wet, can't it?
Yeah. I don't know all the greenkeepers here. I know Anthony Johns is part of the team here.
I'm disappointed. I thought you knew everyone in Tasmania, Connor.
I don't know the specific roles.
Can't say I'm not disappointed. Still one at the moment to South Australia. We think it's what it seems like from our angle. We're sitting pretty much directly behind the rink. Kobe Jarman. Good effort. They keep finding the tracks. It's just the weight that's eluding them.
Yeah, I think Reece Gilman needs to play a bit more weight here. He's got 4 seconds. Even just promoting his own.
Yeah, well, that's what he's doing. And he's in a really good area. Reece Gilman crashing. And it was a mighty effort. Tape probably going to come out here. Or calipers, because the tape won't fit. This is really close. What are you favouring, Connor?
Still South Australia.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree. But, yeah, that's... Umpire called. Second end, Darryl. He was our marker in the last game, and now he's out with the short measure.
Busy day for Darryl.
He was saying this umpiring session might not be the busiest, but he's been called out on end number 2. Let's see what we're favouring here. From our angle, it looks like one to South Australia, but now that the umpire's been called, we don't quite know.
Just that shot from Reece Gilman, you find a lot of the time in Tasmania, especially on these slower greens, you just play at that kind of trundling way.
Yeah.
You get results. It's not the result you're playing for, but sometimes you do. You get those lucky weeks. You promote your own bowls. And
Darryl Rowley, pressure is on. He's got 8 people watching him, 10 including us, and everybody out there viewing. And it is 1-2 South Australia. So they'll take the mat once again. They lead it 2 shots to 0. That's after 2 ends. Played out of the 15. Noah Phillips to get us underway once more. You have to give the jack rolls a little bit more oomph as well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the jack rolls. I haven't led in a while. Rolled a jack, even though I play a singles game recently.
We're close to a 3/4 length for South Australia. Ben Harrison, another good start against Charlie Hicks, 5-0 to the good. It's happening next door. Won the Queensland Open, champion of champions. That's what we spoke about in the last game, and looking to do some damage at under 18 level. Cooper Sutton from Pialba.
It's been a bit of change in Tasmania, I'd say the last 5 years or so. It used to be every event would be played in a grass green. It used to be like this, just a trundling type of game, playing to wait all the time.
Yep.
Just wait for Cooper to bowl his bowl. But you've seen in recent years more synthetics, more indoors. We'll have some stream matches in the indoor centre over the next few days or few weeks.
Yeah, well, I think tomorrow we're out here, but then Wednesday and Thursday inside. Then we go back out to Burnie and then inside for the remainder of the 2025 Nationals. Must say that indoor green is quite superb.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Just use an example. In our pennant down in Hobart in our Premier Division, I think there's only one grass green we play on in our top division now.
Whereabouts is that?
That'll be at Sandy Bay.
The historic Sandy Bay.
Yeah, they do have a synthetic green, but they opt to play on their grass green for their higher division.
That is superb from Levi Rice. Really good start to the game so far. Cameron Jamison. Levi Rice back on the mat for his second delivery. Might have got that one in for a second. Started this match about 3 minutes earlier than normal.
Good early finish.
Yeah. Tomorrow will be a little bit later. We'll finish around 8:30 local time. Jacob Hoger on the mat for the first time in this third end.
It's got to be a cool evening tomorrow, Val.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see in that final session what the conditions do.
Yeah, you've seen a change in temperature already from the game before to now.
Yep. Jaden Green looking to own this green. It's got the legs, just doesn't have the weight. It's a really fine effort from the South Australian number 3.
Bit of a precarious position here for Kobe Jarman. He might be 3 down at the head, and there isn't really much room to draw it there. A lot in the way. This is where he kind of has to play that Tassie weight, I'm going to call it.
Well, no, you're right, because you can't really trust the grass as much as other places. Well, there is some sort of... Is this the Tassie weight that you're talking about?
Yep.
So it's just not going to hold. going to end up in play as well, so it stayed in. Reece Gilman can afford to be pretty confident to the head. Got his weight spot on.
Yeah, Kobe has to play for his 2 front ones. Similar weight.
I think he's given this a little bit more grass, but I fear he might still have the same result. A bit closer, just not quite getting there. So big bowl here for Reece Gilman to try and add if he can. 2 or 3 up. It's a little bit wider in Queensland. I reckon that might have had the turn. We're going to get another measure. So at least 1 to Queensland. They'll be on the board. Get to control the length and where they want to put the mat and the jack. And that is a really good end from the Queenslanders. They're in front. 3 shots to 2. That's after 3 ends. That's a really big start. After dropping the opening 2, great way to respond. And they're going a little shorter. Or they want to anyway. Got to get the jack roll right.
It's done all right.
It's almost landed it right on the... That does not even need to be changed.
It's a couple of metres over where they wanted it, but I don't think they'll be too fast.
Great to have everybody's company wherever you are watching from around Australia or the world. You know, we get a lot of fans from overseas, especially during the BPL. We had a lot. Got Forest Wombat. Not sure what your real name is, but good afternoon to you. Power City watching on. Jacob Spears as well. A lot of Queensland support. Couple from South Australia as well. Supporting these wonderful young athletes who are absolutely brilliant.
I like the colour of Cooper Sutton's bowls.
Yeah, they're nice, aren't they? Sort of orangey speckle,
Yeah.
I guess. It's the beauty of aero bowls. Same line every time. You can get, I think there's over 60 different colours you can choose from.
Some bowls have about 8 colours on there.
Yeah, Nick Carl, his set have a lot. And if you see Anna Panchuat bowling, we'll cover her tomorrow. See, I think she's got about 4 different colours on her bowls. Cameron Jamison using XGs. He and Jaden Green both have XGs. Noah Phillips and Kobe Jarman both using Aeros. Noah the Dynamics and Kobe the Evolves.
And Queensland's pretty much the aero state.
Yep, Sutton Dynamic, Rice Optima, Hoga Dynamic, and Gilman Defiance.
It's dynamic here from Levi Rice. Jaden Green just a bit tight with his first one, but his weight. Jack eye to the head. They'll be looking to get one in South Australia. So they are currently 3 down. Maybe 2 down, sorry.
So Jaden Green, his mum Katrina, playing in the Champion of Champions. So family affair at the Nationals, as it can tend to be. I remember writing an article a few years ago. That's a nice delivery there, good weight. I remember about the family affair at the Oz Champs 2021, but played in 2022. Had Jess McMullen playing with Deborah Lee. And then that's her mum. And then Rob McMullen was playing the very next rink over. Husband, wife, mother-in-law. The Douse brothers. Mark Maisel and Anthony Einfeld, they won the men's fours. Uncle and nephew.
You would have had the Munnings. Munnings is in there one year at the Oz Champs?
The year before, yes. The Oz Champs that got cancelled halfway through. And Connor and Lee, I wonder who they are, what they're doing right now.
I'm just at Devonport Country Club watching some bowls.
Who would have thought a few years ago? Yeah, I was looking through the photos of that when you first started to see if we had photos of you, and there you were. Hair was
a lot shorter.
Tad shorter.
Still have the same bowl shoes as well. I was showing you the bowl shoes the other day.
If anybody out there, a bowls manufacturer of some sort, wants to give Connor a free pair of bowl shoes, these things are ancient.
Got holes in them. Like it hasn't rained in a while down here in Tassie, otherwise we're getting wet feet.
All right, so it's a big bowl for Kobe Jarman. The wind just picks up, so he steps off the mat.
If he gets the kitty down the line, there's a chance to make 5 here.
Well, there is that Tassie weight, Connor. And I tell you what, Kobe's not far away. He's close. Didn't get it down the line. Might need to just tell the boys to jump out of the way. But that was a good delivery. What do we think is the shot bowl here?
Definitely cut it down.
Yep. He almost got the perfect result. It looked so good out of the hand, but just didn't quite get the jack as belly as he wanted.
Yeah, if he got the jack down the line or the other side of the line, it's all South Australia down there.
So that is 2 more to Queensland. Despite the expert delivery of Kobe Jarman, 5 shots to 2 in favour of the Queenslanders. It's been a really enthralling battle so far. Yeah, we had Cooper Sutton playing the other Cooper Sutton at the School Sport Australia National Bowls Championships earlier this year, so it's a hard one for the scorers, and lucky we weren't commentating, although it would have been pretty easy.
I'm glad I'm not playing singles. Yeah, we don't have them on stream.
Cooper Sutton scored 8 shots in each end. Noah Phillips is the grandson of former run-at-home Jackaroo and current Australian selector Dave Stockham. Mentioned before that his pop was coming in soon, and I had to double-check just to make sure. I was 90% sure that it was Stocky, but he's a great fella, Dave Stockham. Always good for a chat. Very proud of his grandson. Just telling me about him at the AO. Cooper Sutton. They appreciate it on the sidelines, that's for sure. Met his family as well at the Australian Open as well, because I remember we brought up the other Cooper Sutton and they said, oh, yep, that's him.
Practicing out on green 1? Or
Yes, that's correct.
it's outside the marquee?
Yep. I reckon that's where we're going to broadcast next year. Get a bit of that afternoon sun.
Yeah.
What do you think, Connor?
Yeah. It's the morning cold on green 4, should I say?
Yeah, and then the afternoon as well. So the middle session's great. Nicely done from Cameron Jamison, just finding through the gap, but I think he'll be pretty happy to end up there, especially as we've been saying in this respot game, anything behind for your skips gives him something to play with.
Yeah, and I've been talking about all game so far is on these type of greens with that Tassie weight. You always want to be behind.
Yep. Well, yeah, if you are playing that so-called Tassie weight, and it's going to be completely different when we go into the indoor, because the bowls come back to perfection. Yep. We had the pleasure of using some of the old school black bowls. Those things hoop back, don't they?
Yeah,
that was quite incredible.
Andrew Howie picked up one of the old black bowls straight away and got right on Jack first bowl.
I know.
Bit of a show off.
He does that. Oh, here we go. We've got the Victorian Cooper Sutton watching on. Good afternoon, Val. Love it when you talk about our identical names. Well, when a Cooper Sutton's playing, it'll get brought up, don't you worry. He's a great fella. The Victorian Cooper, they both are. Won the BPL Junior Challenge in Moama earlier this year. Levi Rice did play in that as well for Helensvale. Hasn't even been bowling for a year, Levi, which is quite impressive.
Wonder where he gets it from.
Yeah, I don't know. He's living up to the name quite well. Got a sister, Mia, who had her 14th birthday during the BPL. We embarrassed her and sang happy birthday in front of the whole TV rink.
He's not a nervous watching Nathan Rice. You know, some parents can't watch their son.
Oh, he's
daughter.
From what Kels was saying, that in February, and Mark Thatcher, apparently during the BPL, he was really nervous on finals night. Apparently he couldn't watch the second set. So what's this doing from Reece Gilman?
Oh, there from Kobe Jarman. Still down, but a bit easier to get to now for the South Australian.
Reece was part of the Fours team that won last year. The only member of that team that remains.
Yep.
We believe we streamed that last year at the Nationals. He's going to come up and grab some lollies as well.
It's a bit of a new look team for Queensland. I like this from South Australia, taking their time.
And look, a 2-hour time limit. Generally, 15 ends. You're gonna get most of it in.
Yeah.
And these guys, they don't play slow. They're on the mat. They're getting things done pretty quick, as we've spoken about, and even in the schools championships. You know, we see hour and a half time limits, and you still get in your 12 ends of fours. At the AO, that's unheard of.
Yeah. And I guess with a lot of these players, we mentioned the first game, people like Aaron Wilson, Corey Wedlock, Aaron Sheriff, who all play pretty fast. These younger players are looking up to them and trying to emulate them. Although, I will talk about Kobe Jarman's delivery. He does have a bit of a pendulum going on with his arm.
How's he tracking here? It's coming through. He wants it to turn. It's a really good effort. Didn't quite see what the signal was in the end there. I think it was just the one.
Yeah, just the one.
Queensland continuing on their merry way. 6 shots to 2. We're a third of the way in. And again, this is after half an hour.
Queensland are doing a really good job of having a lot of close bowls around it, where South Australia, I know they won those first couple of ends, but there was chances for Queensland to pick up a big number. They only had one in there, South Australia, so they just really need to get just close ones. And as I mentioned earlier in the stream, you don't need to get within a foot every bowl, it's within a metre.
And you spoke about that Queensland had their chances. South Australia on the fourth end also had chances. You know, if Kobe had have got the jack down the line instead of a bit more belly, he was making a 5.
Yeah.
Next door, Ben Harrison. 10-3 to the good against Charlie Hicks. Cooper Sutton doing very nicely.
It's great leading from Cooper. I know he's jack high, but there's bowls around the head.
So, of course, if you want to catch all of the highlights from the 2025 Nationals, you can head to our social media platform as well as YouTube, because we'll be posting daily highlights on YouTube and match highlights on our social media platforms. So, just drifting through Levi Rice. Still got so much growing to do as well, if his dad's anything to go by. Nathan Rice playing for Laylaw, Victorian pennant. Flew up from Melbourne, coincidentally on the same flight as me yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, bumped into him at Launceston Airport. I was like, oh, hello.
Could have carpooled.
Well, I offered him a lift, but he was catching up. He's got family down here. He's from Tasmania.
Oh, yes, he is.
Originally. Yes.
Yeah.
One of your brethren.
Yep.
Of course, the main bit of knowledge I have of Devonport is that this is the home of Matthew Richardson.
Mm. And just around the corner in Latrobe, we have the home of Darryl Baldock as well. Got an oval named after him.
Yes. He was, Matthew Richardson, my favourite player growing up as a Richmond supporter. When he was on, it wasn't much better to watch.
Not sure who's holding out there at the moment. South Australia Bowl did get promoted, so they could be one to the good at the moment.
The only bowls that are really clear to see out there are Cooper Sutton's, because he's got that orange tinge to it. All the others have a lot of blue.
Yeah, Reese has got that orange tinge to it as well, but yeah, the rest are blue. I'm looking at the stickers, and I find it much easier when it's down our end, but when it's up the other end.
Jaden Green from Kapunda. As we said, we've got a couple of games scheduled for Katrina Green. Been around the traps as a South Australian stalwart. Has played in a few events. This is not bad from Jacob Hoger. Just drifting through, so he's got the sort of black and white speckle. And what I like, Connor, is the communication at such a young age, and Kobe Jarman's really good at it. Clear, concise.
Yeah, it's one of the many aspects of the game of bowls. I mean, you can be a great bowler, have all the skills, but you still need to be able to have these other things like communication, game awareness, be able to read what's happening. So chess on greens, that's what they call it.
Well, fours genuinely is.
Yeah.
Now, singles to an extent, but there's a lot more room in singles. Much easier to find fours and full counts. This is really close. That's a ripper from Reece Gilman. That is an absolute gem and the shot of the match so far.
Once again, a Tassie weight.
Just didn't get past, but you can use that. Kobe Jarman is a nice little sider. Down one at the moment. I think it's really good as well for these bowlers to get experience on different types of greens, and a lot of them would have never been to Tasmania before to play. That's another beauty from Reece Gilman. Close for two, so big bowl for Kobe Jarman. Needs to try and get his team back on the board.
He doesn't need to change too much, Kobe, from his first. He had pretty good line and pretty good weight, but the problem was he ran straight into races. So if he,
just a bit under?
Yeah, if he tightens up a bit, he finish under all the Jaden Greens, so he can come around instead. Go a bit wider, either way.
Can he get around? Can he get around? Did everything he could. So definitely one to Queensland, and in the end, two confirmed. That is a splendid end from Reece Gilman. They move to an 8-2 buffer. That's after 6. Already more than a third of the way through this contest, and moving so quick. We've only been playing for about 40 minutes. So I reckon we'll be well and truly under the time limit.
I don't know if this is long enough here.
It's fairly short, and Reece Gilman says, no, I'm bowling it back.
I'm glad, because our cameras weren't going to pick that up. It wouldn't have been great for the viewers.
We've been ultra zoom. Maybe we need to get some iPhone 17s. The zoom goes plus 40. It's ridiculous how good it is, the camera. Now we go T to T almost. Something that you do play a lot of down here, Connor.
Yeah, generally T to T or minimum length are the two ways to go.
Yeah, it can throw a lot of strategies out the window, can't it? Especially on these slower greens. I saw it at Birmingham a lot as well, at Leamington Spa, and it's a completely different game almost. And it is wonderful to watch. You know, you just see people adapting to new conditions, and I was blessed to also be at the Trans-Tasman in 2022 where they played at Mount Tambourine. Damien Bartlett, the greenkeeper, did exceptional job of manicuring those greens to replicate those Northern Hemisphere speeds.
It's just a great way to throw your opponents out. If they're doing well at those medium length ends that a lot of people play to start games with, just to try and find their rhythm. It's a good way to throw your opponents out and just make them find that weight again.
Yep.
Sometimes it does backfire. You might drop a number, but it is worth a go.
It's running at about that 11 to 12 second mark.
Yep, sounds about right. 12 seconds.
I just timed it on my phone, and so definitely different to what we're seeing in what we see at the AO at Broadbeach and at Tweed for indoors, even Club Pine Rivers.
Yeah, if the rain stays away for all of Nationals, might probably speed up to 14 seconds.
Yeah. Well, it's just the general wear and tear on the greens as well.
Long ends don't worry Levi Rice much. He's a long man and he likes the long ends.
He's already quite tall for such a young man. We all grow to 21 as well, so there's a bit of growing to do. It's great to be here on the northwest coast of Tasmania. Jacob Hoger, right on the money. That should be on his PE exam.
What muscle did he use to...
The arm. And they seem to have found their line on this end as well. If you look at the screen there, it's almost on the straight line from a lot of those bowls. A lot of them from the Queenslanders, so got a lot of momentum here. The Maroons. And Jacob Hoger once again. And they're holding a good 3 or 4 here. This is a mightily impressive fight back after dropping the first 2 ends. Jaden Green just sneaking through, but he might have cut one out. As you can see, a plane taking off from Devonport Airport as well from here, so that's not too far at all, is it?
No, just over that hill in the background.
Can't quite see it now, but we'll point it out in the next end.
There you go, on the screen.
There we go. So that hill in the background, the airport's just over there. But no, this is one of the picturesque settings for a bowls club that you will see. Greenery everywhere. Reece Gilman back on the mat. Getting a little bit colder out here. Can see Sue Hogg over on the next rink over, putting her jacket on. Ben Harrison leading Charlie Hicks 12-5. Charlie, the silver medalist last year, lost to our round 1 co-commentator Travis Moran in the decider.
I must admit, Val, even I'm starting to get a bit
cold
at the moment.
That's big for you. Don't know if you've ever admitted that.
I don't know where my jacket is either, so
no.
I might just have to top it out.
Did you leave it inside?
I think it's inside. It's all right.
So probably holding, I'd say, 3 here, Queensland. At least 2. Reece Gilman. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very impressive from the young Queenslander.
Kobe Jarman going to look for the split here. Swinging away.
He did not like it out of the hand. Apologises to his teammates, but it happens. That is 2 to the Queenslanders, who have won 5 ends on the bounce, Connor. 10 shots to 2 from 2-0 down. As we get towards the halfway point of this contest, they lost the jack, bowling or rolling it a bit too short last end, and this time, all good.
Cooper Sutton's been mighty in the lead position so far. He's really allowed Reece Gilman to play his shots, to add more shots. Noah Phillips, great start from the South Australian. They're looking to get back on the board after losing the first 2 ends. They've now got 5 in a row, the Queensland Fours team. Oh, Phillips just needs a repeat on his last. Adding a foot or 2 would be ideal to finish in a great spot behind. Yeah, Kobe Jarman right there saying finish right next to Levi's. Thank you. Cameron Jamison. He's got to finish in a handy home for his skip. Would like one couple of feet behind. Because if Queensland do get that jack, they will make a number. Having that 8-shot lead allows them to play positive and play that meter through. Jada Green might be counting there. South Australia holding the shot on the crossover. Good opportunity for both skips here for Kobe Jarman. He needs to add. He needs to get one on those Levi Rice bowls just behind the head. And for Reece Gilman, he has a chance to trail and make a number here. Reece Gilman. Oh, what a bowl from Reece Gilman. He's played it to perfection. And that could be 5 for the Queensland team. Kobe Jarman going big weight. And he could be a bit lucky here. He's got a result out of it, and he's got 1, maybe 2. Plenty of room for Reece Gilman to draw us now, though. Could even be 3 for the South Australian team. Wonder how long the tape is. Just the one being told.
You'd think Reece would be able to get this one in. Yeah, he's in. That'll do nicely.
Yeah, 2 great bowls from Reece Gilman there. Played his first one to perfection.
He's an absolute gun, isn't he? Absolute gun.
Gave Queensland a chance to get a big number. And was able to draw the shot. Still room for Kobe Jarman. He's got an interesting style. I'm not sure if he's lining up or just drawing all of the time.
Oh, no, that was so close. He did everything possible to try and get rid of that bowl. It was a mighty effort. It really was, but still 1 down in the end. And the Queenslanders hold on. 11 shots to 2 after 8 ends. What an effort.
It's a great effort. He just got it a bit too fat. If he got the edge of it, he would have made a 1. The momentum could change like in an instant.
And that's the thing, you just got to look, it's always hard to score an 8. I don't think I've seen it much in this caper in 4s, but if you can stay within 8, there's always a chance. 9 the difference at the moment.
Obviously, there's no killed ends. You respot the jack. You see it a lot of times. If a team needs to make an 8 in the final end, they'll just keep killing it.
Well, we saw that at the Australian Championships pairs. I know I harp on about it a lot, but 2022 between Sean Thompson and Jack McShane up against Chris Lalive and Matt Lucas. We brought it up at the BPL. Last end went for 58 minutes because it just kept getting killed. Safe to say, I'm a bit of a fan of the respot.
I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I do like
I think there's a place for both. But the Queenslanders, they're having a fun time out there, and next door, 12-11, Charlie Hicks has come back. 12-5 down. 12 apiece now. Scoreboard's just changed over. That's where it's important, as we spoke about, for Timothy Thorning to get that margin back, because Ben Harrison could suffer a loss and you're all of a sudden back into it.
Cameron Jamison finishing a handy home.
Tell you what, Jacob Hoger has had some sort of a game. Very impressive. What has Jaden Green got? He got his line spot on. Has Jaden got enough onto it? Not a mile away.
Gives Kobe options, though.
Yeah.
He can now change hand and play on his backhand if he wants to promote Jaden's last bowl.
The scoreboard really, it doesn't suggest that how close it's been. I feel like that, South Australia have been a couple of bowls away from really bringing it back into proportion.
Yeah, Jacob Hogan and Reece Gilman have been sensational.
So he's actually given this a pretty good shout here. Kobe Jarman, he's very close. Has he got enough on it? Oh, and the call from Jacob. Toucher for 5.
He did it last end, Reece Gilman.
He's not happy with it at all. And his weight was just under, but it's okay. He's still in a pretty good position. I love the sportsmanship between the under-18s as well, Connor. You see teammates giving bowls to their other teammates on the next rink over, to your opponents as well. Doesn't need to do much more than his last here. Kobe Jarman, he's trotting in behind this. Can he get them back on the board? The young South Australian wanted to try and get a little rock off his own. And I think they are back on the board anyway. That is a welcome result.
I think that was 2 for the Queensland guys. Val?
Oh, was in the end. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah,
those bowls are going to catch me out.
Yeah, it's great sportsmanship. And at the end of the day, while you are playing a big competition, you're playing for a medal, it is just a game of bowls. We had Trav Moran on the live stream earlier this afternoon. He was saying how he's playing in the AO with Kobe Cromie next year.
Yeah, love that. Absolutely love that.
Once rivals and now playing together. So you do make a lot of friends, and you make friends from all over the place, not just your home state.
must say a big congratulations as well to Brianna Smith and Ben Twist, who just had their engagement party over the weekend. So congratulations to one of the power couples in Australian bowls. There's a lot of them.
Good time to have it in their busy schedules. Both played at the BPL a couple of weeks ago, and both will be heading down for sides in a week or so.
Sure will. Sides is going to be huge. In New South Wales, in the men's side, they have got a huge target on their back. They have won 19 rubbers in a row. They lost the first two in 2022, so Queensland won the Ali Shield. Since then, they've won the last 5 in 22, then went 7-0 in 23 in Perth, and last year they went 7-0 again at Tweed. They'll be looking to do so again, but I reckon there's going to be some surprises this year at the Australian Sides Championships. I know Tasmania, they are a proud state. I know that they're going to try and give themselves the best opportunity.
I think Victoria are going to compete well.
Yep, they've played down here already.
Yeah, and they played an indoor against Tasmania about a month or so ago, and I hate to say it, but Victoria probably picked it up better than Tasmania did.
Yep. It was pretty even all round, though.
Yeah, Tassie got back into it in the second and third matches. The first one, they got comprehensively beaten.
Jacob Hoger, once again, he has been on song. Next rink over, Ben Harrison and Charlie Hicks, 13 all. It's turning into a ripping contest.
It's a fours game, 15 ends.
So we've played 9. This is end 10. So at the end of this, we're 2/3 of the way through. Geez, Jacob was on a good track there if he didn't crash. Jaden Green, this is massive. They need to try and win an end soon, just to try and keep it within that 8. That is, he had really good weight.
It might be closer shot.
Yeah.
Not sure who's holding here.
I think it's Jacob Hoger. I think it's the back bowl, but I'm not too sure.
One thing with fours, there's no marker. I think it's the paddle.
That's the one thing that about the team disciplines that gets me.
Yeah,
I need a marker. The AO finals are great, and Worlds was awesome as well. Eventually, it'll happen. If there's any volunteers out there that want to do it, I'll pay you in gratitude. He's
probably got it too far to have Reece Gilman.
Yep. He was very close. But South Australia, they've got 1 now.
Huge roar from the top green.
I reckon that's Victoria. I could hear Matty Flapper in the distance.
I thought it might be Tassie.
Kobe. That is absolutely brilliant. Reece is interested here. He's very interested. Is it going to get down? Just over the top. So really big chance for their first multiple. Reckon they're holding 2 anyway. It's going to cut under, I think, unless he gets a little rub, but he won't. So that'll be 2. They're on the board again for the first time since the end of the N2. And that run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ends in a row for Queensland, and the margin back to 9. 13 shots to 4. That's after 10, 5 ends to go. Ben Harrison leading Charlie Hicks 14-13. Was up 12-5. Charlie Hicks has forged back. What a wonderful young player he's becoming. His older brother Corey, really good fella as well.
I think Charlie's playing in the Open as well for South Australia in the sides.
Does not surprise me. He is a very good bowler. I know Scotty Thilborn likes him a great deal. Rates him very highly.
So can South Australia keep their momentum going?
Yep, the next target for them, multiple ends. Winning back-to-back ends again. They haven't done so since end 1 and 2, when they led 2-0 from there. 13 shots to 2 was the lead after 9, but a big multiple. It was required and it was needed, but Cooper Sutton has started this end brilliantly. I must say, Connor, with the shadows coming through on green 2 here at Devonport, it is getting nippy, and I'm very glad I've brought a beanie with me up to Tassie. Not quite today, but tomorrow I think it'll be.
I haven't seen you wear a beanie before.
AO beanie. I do love a beanie, but yeah, bought an AO beanie last year. I'll tell you what, it's going to come into good use.
Do you reckon Troy Corber brought his Nana rug down?
He didn't bring it. I asked him. We did get a great photo of Troy in his Nana rug. Should make it our YouTube thumbnail for that particular stream.
Didn't we finish with it?
We did.
I turned it around. It was on faded.
It was on the big screen at Broadbeach as well. When you're doing 14 days straight of streaming, you tend to have a little bit of fun at times, and it's good. It was very good. This, of course, day 2 of 4. I reckon close to, 20?
It's day 1.
Or day 1. Oh, there we go. Session 2, I meant. This is day 1 of how many, 20 or so?
Yeah, it's a lot. Checked into the hotel yesterday. Like, what's your name? Like, Connor Munnings. I'm like, the 20 nights here. I'm like, yep. It's like, that's a long time. I'm like, yep.
Jacob Hoger, once again. It's been really good. The back end for Queensland has just been rock solid, and all 4 of them have really had their part to play in this. Jaden get around. He can. Can he get to the shot bowl? That's a really good bowl from Jaden Green. Hasn't quite got the shot, but gives Kobe something really good to play with. And 11 of 15. Tomorrow morning we start at 8:30 a.m. It's between WA and Victoria. Girls triples. That is a really fine effort from Kobe Jarman. I'm not quite sure if he's managed to get the shot there or if he's gotten rid of shot. It's very close. Jacob Hogarth was very, very close to bringing that in, and that's why it was such a good bowl from Jaden Green. Can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, Connor Munnings has a jacket on. And this is a big bowl from Kobe Jarman. He spilled things around. And I reckon they might be on the respot mark. Very hard to tell. Can't quite see the sticker. It does look bright red. But the jack actually didn't go out of bounds. I thought it did. Yeah, I thought that spilled out of bounds, Connor.
That was pretty clean.
Yeah, no, he hit it well. Hit it very well.
I reckon that might be one. To Reece Gilman. Close.
It was a good hit, wasn't it? And he's got that delivery, as you mentioned before, Connor, that is not bad at all. But yeah, he's got that delivery where you don't know if he's going to quite launch at it or if he's going to go with.
He looks like he's lining up every time. He's got the pendulum swing.
It's kind of like Gary Kelly. It's that delivery where it's kind of masked away. You don't really know what they're planning on doing. This from Reece Gilman. Is it going to stop?
Gary Kelly's a bit different. He kind of has it up close to his chest and he gets down really fast and like pushes, but then it comes out really smoothly and a nice draw.
That is back-to-back multiples for the South Australians. Back to within 7, 13 shots to 6. Yeah, question from Peter Thornton. Jarman is a very famous footy name, and is Kobe any relation? I have to double-check this. Any relation to the Jarmans? Second cousin. There we go. I thought I was thinking you might be. So, just he's peeked over and heard that we were talking about him and said that second cousins. It's the Jarmans. Of course, we mentioned Darren Jarman in that 1997 grand final. Any St Kilda fans, block your ears. But even the next year. Played in a premiership in his first year for Hawthorn. The only grand final ever played at Waverley Park. Only had 5 disposals that day, but they beat West Coast. And then 1997, 6 goals in the grand final against St Kilda.
Don't say that's the best grand final performance of all time. I've heard people say it's close to.
And he didn't win the Norm Smith.
He didn't?
No. Andrew, he kicked 6 goals and 5 goals, so 11 goals in those 2 grand finals, and didn't win the Norm Smith.
Wow.
Andrew McLeod, both times.
Robbed by the same person twice.
Yep. Let alone teammate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 3-time premiership player.
Obviously, you say the best grand final performance would be one of Dustin Martin's.
Well, I think 2020. We'll get to that in a sec, but let's see where this bowl finishes up. Yep, so there it is. Stephen Sims confirming Kobe's dad is second cousin to Andrew and Darren. But yeah, Dustin Martin in 2020, I think that was something out of this. Without him, Richmond doesn't win that grand final.
Well, the rest of the stream's going to be about how great Richmond is.
No, because we are certainly languishing in the doldrums. You can't live off the past. While they were wonderful times, and I will always cherish them, always looking forward.
It's a good way to think, though.
It can be frustrating too. Jaden Green. Oh, really good weight.
Just missing his green a bit.
Pun intended.
Yep.
But yeah, his weight and line he's generally had one, Jaden Green. He just hasn't been able to string it together to have both. But he's been 50% of the way there the whole time, and it's been so close. And I reckon he's, maybe one or two bowls. He just, if he can get one, he'll be right on the money. And he's very close here. Jaden Green.
He might have got him a shot, though.
Very close. I don't know if Jacob Hoger's bowl is the closest. Tend to agree with you, Connor. Although Jacob Hoger might be changing this up right about now. He certainly is. And Reece Gilman says, all hail Jacob Hoger. And Charlie Hicks is 2016 ahead of Ben Harrison, but Ben has just saved game.
Kobe Jarman has a big decision to make here. Does he try and find that hole between the two Queensland ones, just hit Jacob Hoger's out or Trail Jack? Or does he just try and get a second? Because if theirs goes, they are 4 down. But he's playing a risky shot.
He's going for it.
And he did get his own, unfortunately.
Well, he's still got one more. And he can afford to kind of play with that weight again, because they have all the back bowls here, South Australia.
And the problem is they are 5 down at the moment.
Yep. Oh, and that, if it stays on, that's in a pretty... Well, this is a massive bowl.
It's a big decision.
Well, he's asked Jaden Green what it is. He said 5. So let's see what the call is. Because if he can nail this, it could go as many as 4 up.
Kobe Jarman, he's nicknamed the Big Show. Can he put on the Big Show here?
Promoting a bowl, or was that a South Australian or Queensland? It was Queensland. So he's only cut 1 out. Mightily unlucky. So 4 it is at the moment to the Queenslanders. Has Reece got enough? He's just drifted through. But it is a 4. And the Queenslanders respond after dropping 2 and 2 on end 10 and 11. They have resurrected that 11-shot margin. 17-6. 3 ends to go. Closing in on a big result. Much needed one after going down to New South Wales in the opening matchup. So Ben Harrison, I think, is held on to save game, just determining what the end result is. So he'll get himself into the checkout zone. Oh, is this enough? Yes, definitely enough. Cooper Sutton, that is a ripper start. right behind. Just riding all the momentum at the moment, Queensland. Noel Phillips had a good line. Oh no, I think Charlie Hicks, no, he got the job done. I thought Ben might have drawn the shot there, but no. From 12-5 down, Charlie Hicks from South Australia gets the win over Ben Harrison. That is a big win.
Ben Harrison, he's had a lead both his games so far. He was able to hold on against Tim Thorning, but not against Charlie Hicks.
Yeah, 12-5 and 13-0 have been his leads.
Something for him to think about.
Yep. But I think Charlie Hicks, he's one for me that he could be the next big thing out of South Australia. They're looking for the next Nathan Black. They've got Scotty T, Rudy still at the top of their games, but you know, the young blood coming through, this could be the start of something special. So 2 ends to go after this. Cameron Jamison on the mat. Has he got the run? I feel like it's just been that sort of a match for South Australia. As I said with Jaden Green before, he's been sort of 50% of the way there, but you know, they've had good line or good weight. Just can't seem to find it. In Queensland have just been that next gear. And again, Jacob Hoger.
Yeah. I just feel the leads, what Cooper Sutton and Levi Rice have done to give Jacob Hoger and Reece Gilman the confidence to play shots.
Who would you say?
It's gone a long way into helping Queensland get this lead.
Yeah, 100%. And who would you say man of the match has been? I know Reece probably played match of the shot of the day so far, but for me,
Jacob Hoger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the way he's playing bowls, he may not need exams. Could have a very nice career set out for himself. Do not listen to me, Jacob. Do your exams. Do well. Really enjoyable day of action. Eight disciplines across singles, pairs, triples and fours taking place. The last match on Green 2 today. Power City on YouTube is, I think, Jacob Hoger's biggest fan. Said 100% it's been Jacob in terms of man of the match. He's been unreal. Wonderful to watch. Starting to get very cool out here in Devonport. Currently 15 degrees outside. Reece Gilman. That is special.
we're talking about Jacob Hoger being man of the match, but Reece Gilman, he's put in some big bowls.
Maybe he heard the conversation and said, no. It's my turn.
He could definitely hear us.
It's very hard not to hear, mate.
He just gave us a smile, Reece.
It's got that. Well, I've got that loud European voice.
The Australian indoors this year when the commentary box of a club tweet above the green, and we get text from Andrew Howe. It's like, wow, we can hear you from the other side of the green.
Well, they put the two loudest staff members at Bowls Australia in the commentary box, in me and Lindsay Clark. Big weight from Kobe Jarman. Just off the mark. So that is 3 more to the Queenslanders. 20-6. After 13 ends, 2 to go. 32 bowls to come down. But yeah, Lindsay and I often call ourselves twins. We do have the same behavioural patterns at work as labelled by DISC. And we are both very, very loud individuals, which I'm sure if you've been around us or heard us on RINKSIDE, you will 100% know. It's going to be interesting on the indoor here over the next few days.
Oh, I said to you, I think this morning or something, I'm like, be careful with voice valid echoes.
I might have to whisper. I don't really know how that comes through. Maybe Bowls ASMR. That's a nice start from Noah Phillips.
South Australia, are we looking to reduce the margin because everyone's still in with a chance in this round robin format?
Yep.
Both these teams are yet to record a win. It's looking like Queensland will record a win here, but you never know. I think 2-8 for South Australia.
Well, could happen.
And they get up.
It's a Lloyd Christmas chance, but it's a chance nonetheless. It's one of the all-time great comedies, Dumb and Dumber. Cameron Jamison, if he can get around the front bowl, he's close. And he's held on. That's a nice bowl.
And it's in a good position here for South Australia.
The 8-pin.
It is on. It's on. I'm just looking at the headset up. They
Connor's excited, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, this bowl from Levi Rice might stuff it up a bit.
Yeah. Oh, wind's just picked up. Got a little bit colder.
Two good bowls there from Cameron Jamison. First and third. I think this is what South Australia have been missing in this game is bowls around the head to allow Kobe Jarman and Jaden Green to play a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, when Kobe has been aggressive, it's kind of, hasn't been a Hail Mary, but
Yeah.
They haven't had much to play to, have they?
Yeah, well, it's the save shots or save threes and fours. Even if they go one, even if they're one down here when they cross and Kobe Jarman goes up the bowl, they have more bowls in their head here, and then he can play that sit and stay.
Yep, he's had to play big weight more than he would have wanted. And they're getting bowls behind this time as well, which is really helpful. But Queensland will be mightily happy with this. They've scored in 9 of the 13 ends. They've only dropped 4 ends so far. Jacob, first use of weight for him today. But all they need to do now is really defend a 6 on this end, and they win.
They'll want shots, though.
Yeah. Oh, and you always do, especially when you've lost the first game. Jaden Green got it through. Set the bowl away and has another one behind.
I'm interested what Reece Gilman will play here. I'm wondering if he'll continue the trend that Jacob Hoger set and go for the drive, or whether he'll just try and draw another second or potentially shot. It looks like he's going to just draw a shot.
He's not far away. He got the legs. Good effort. Not quite. Well, if he's underneath the front, could be a chance, but it's just holding out there.
I was just wondering what Kobe Jarman was playing for there. Whether he was trying to trail at Jack, sit the bowl. He's had a very aggressive weight.
I don't mind this from Reece Gilman. They've got nothing at the back. I think the 4 back bowls maybe would have been South Australian. So now he can't play this big weight Kobe Jarman. But if he does trail at that sort of foot or two down the line, they could be with a 3 or 4. And shots are mightily important at the moment.
Yeah, you would have played 2 meters through, though, on this type of speed.
The Tassie weight.
Yeah.
He's close. Oh, he did everything right. Just missing out there.
May have set him for a second.
Think he did. I think that was 2 to South Australia. Yep, 2 to South Australia. So nicely done. But we know the result now. That will go the way of Queensland. They lead 20 to 8 with an end to play. So final end coming up. They lead by 12, so they can't lose it. It's now a matter of shots. As that wind picks up. Noah Phillips, this penultimate bowl of the contest line was spot on. Just needs to make it. A couple of metres of correction. Cooper Sutton's been really good in this lead battle.
He's gone under the radar a lot this game. I think Cooper Sutton, just because how well Jacob Hoger and Reece Gilman have been playing, but I think Cooper Sutton and Levi Rice have been sensational.
Yep. It has been a really complete team performance.
Yep.
Noah Phillips has made that correction. That is a really fine bowl for his last. And Cooper Sutton almost outdid him. That ends a really successful match for the Queensland lead. Cameron Jamison. Well, that's coming in fairly nicely. Has he got enough on it? Just no. Great sider. Levi Rice. Just going to drift under. So tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. Eastern is when we start. Under-18 Girls Championships. We've got girls triples, WA v Vic, and pairs girls, South Australia v Queensland. Then girls singles, New South Wales versus South Australia. And finally boys singles, Vic v Tas. That'll be a good game too. Oliver Morrison up against Max Heaton-Harris, and the girls singles as well should be really good. And Panchawat up against Chanel Shakuch. It's going to be sensational.
Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow's scheduled games.
Jacob Hoger, once again, he has been absolutely splendid this afternoon in this early hour of the evening. Got that in a really good spot. And Jaden Green, well, that's pretty good too. That is very good. Great way to finish.
Jacob Hoger's just going for the hit here.
Jaden Green's finished his job. Jacob Hoger, very close. Almost got things going. That ends a really successful afternoon for Jacob Hoger.
Kobe Jarman. Even want to finish this game off with a couple of good bowls here.
Get a bit of confidence up for tomorrow. Yeah. Two bowls left. Reckon South Australia holding one.
Could potentially be two.
So that one going underneath. Final bowl coming up for Reece Gilman. Or can he conjure up a bit more magic perhaps? He's very close. What a mighty effort to finish off. Wow. Very close, but in the end, I reckon that is going to be one to the South Australians. We will triple check that as they make their way down. But I reckon that was one in the end. We'll just confirm. They've all gone up the other end, so that doesn't really help us. But Noah Phillips is going to make his way down, and we'll get the final score from him. But we believe it's 20-9. Just triple check. This is the beauty of fours, hey? You just never know until the players come down and put their bowls away.
We need to word up the players beforehand, just make it very clear to us the scores.
And they've been great.
They have been.
1 to South Australia. So we were right in the end. There it is, 20 shots to 9 in favour of Queensland. They get the job done in the end at the conclusion of 15 ends. So big win to Cooper Sutton, Jacob Hoger, Levi Rice and Reece Gilman. Brilliantly played by the Maroon quartet. In the singles match next door, it was Charlie Hicks who got over the top of Ben Harrison in a brilliant performance from the Adelaide Bowling Club star. And looking forward to tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. is when we start. We've got girls triples action between WA and Victoria. Connor, thank you very much for today.
Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow, Val. See you then.
Yes, certainly are. 4 matches coming up tomorrow, so it's going to be a very big day of bowls, but we cannot wait. Rug up. It is going to be a cold one, 13 degrees tomorrow, so if you're in Tasmania, make sure you put your pants on because shorts are definitely not going to be an option. But until then, from Val Febbo and Connor Munnings, have a great night.